Good morning, guys. It's about 2, 3 something in the morning. And as you can see, I am up, not able to sleep. I had planned on coming to you guys on Tuesday after my ultrasound monitoring appointment and give you guys a STEM update. But I thought I'd come to you guys today regarding a situation that just happened. Now I am laying in my bed and I don't have the lights on, so you might see some darkness come in and out because the only light I'm using is from my television. Since I couldn't sleep, I decided to go ahead and watch my pre-recorded NBA game from yesterday because I was watching another movie when the NBA was on. But the last time I talked to you guys, I had explained to you guys I was going to do everything within my power to try to remain stress free during this journey of IVF treatment. And that's kind of easier said than done, but I do have to give myself a lot of credit because this week I really have been, for the most part, stress free. I would say at least 90% stress free. It has been kind of difficult to remain stress free at work, and that's because I do work for the government, and we did get a new system that started this week. And with the new system, things have been moving pretty slow around my office, so that has been making our clients very angry and upset. And so when we start to see the clients come in with this negativity, and they like to take out everything on us as if personally, as if it's something that we did wrong. But they don't understand that, we just as new to everything as they are, and we trying our best to assist them with, what little knowledge that we have. So yeah, it's been kind of hard, but I've been maintaining it. I think the worst of the day was Monday when we didn't have any systems at all, and Sunday night I decided to go to the Janet Jackson concert. I didn't get in from that concert till 1 o'clock in the morning, so I didn't even get into bed till well after 2. When I went to work Monday, I was like a zombie. I was half asleep, and we didn't have any systems at all, and that was just really making the clients very agitated. And I just decided I'm gonna use some PTO, which is paid time off, and just take off. The good thing about using PTO is that we don't have to give no explanation. If we don't want to be at work for whatever reason, we could just leave as long as we have the time. And I was headed right out that front door until one of the big bosses called me. Well, not one of, she is the big boss for that location. And she called me leaving, and she wanted to know why I was leaving. And of course, I don't have to give her an explanation. She thought I was sick, and I told her, no, I'm not sick. And I didn't want to really say that I was starting to feel a little stressed because this new system has really stressed the whole entire staff out. And so I'm not the only one that's feeling a little bit overwhelmed. And it would have been selfish of me to think that I'm the only one that's feeling like this and I'm going home and everybody else is feeling like this, but they not going home. That wasn't the case. For me, it was like, okay, I knew this was going to be a stressful week, but can I put the stress on me at this time? So that was why I was leaving. But of course, I couldn't explain that to her. And she had just really stated that, you're more proficient and one of my more stronger caseworkers. I really need you to stay if you can, because you can help out the other workers through this process if they start having issues. And I thought about what she said, and I let her talk me into staying. So I didn't go home. I just decided when I came to work the next day, I'm going to have a better attitude. And that's what I did. I came in with a smile. And no matter how worse the day got, I always maintained that smile. And it worked. So I kept up that same attitude the rest of the week and got through a stress free work week. So that was great. And then, of course, I do live at home with my youngest two boys, which are the twins. They're 21 years old. In 3 months, they'll be 22. They're still in school. The oldest twin, he has a habit of getting very, very jumpy and out of body experience every time you say something to him that he doesn't like, or if you accuse him of something that he didn't do. So I had a good conversation with him, telling him that I'm going through a procedure pretty soon. Didn't tell him what the procedure was, but just told him that I needed to remain stress free throughout the next few weeks, and I need him to stay within his body because I don't want to have to put him out, because I will if I need to. So I think I put the fear in him because this entire week was totally stress free with him. So I had to give him credit yesterday and thank him for giving me a stress free week. So that went well. And prior to me, well, I would say after I decided that I wanted to have another child, I really didn't confide in nobody, but I did want to get my children blessing on having another baby. And notice I said blessings, not permission, because I don't need their permission to do anything when it concerns my body. But yes, I do want to give my kids blessings because I don't want any of my kids to feel like I'm replacing them in any way, shape, or form. And I didn't go into full detail as to how I was going to conceive a child. I just told them that I wanted to have another child because I wanted to see, how their reaction was going to be, and, what are their thoughts on that. And to my surprise, the youngest three, which is the two twins and the 27-year-old, they were excited for me. They both was, oh, mom, I'm happy to be a big brother again and have another sibling. And my 27-year-old was, I would love to have another sibling, but the 29-year-old on the other hand, she didn't respond that way. She was more like, why? Why, mom? Why do you want to have another child? And then, when I explained to her in a short term of it, I was like, because this is really what I want to do. And she's like, well, okay, if that's what you want to do, I mean, you do it anyway. And I said, you're right about that. And she's like, well, okay, I'm fine with it. So I didn't have any more conversations with them no more about it. I did go into details with the oldest child as to how, but I'll tell you guys about why I chose her to go into full details as to how I was going to do it in another video. It was more of a reason why I had to go into more details with her. But I thought everything was all good up until yesterday. Now, my oldest daughter, she has a habit of dropping my grandkids off and don't even ask me what I babysit. Don't even see if I'm doing anything. If I'm here, she just drop them off and jet. So she dropped them off on Friday and did what she do best, jet. But she did come back yesterday to pick them up. And when she came in, she called me on my phone looking at YouTube videos on how to mix the stem medicine because I couldn't remember what the nurse said, and the instructions they gave me was just not clear at all. So I wasn't even sure if I took the first injection correctly. And to make sure that I took the second injection correctly, I went to YouTube to find out how to mix the medication. She caught me doing that, and she also saw the big box of medicine sitting on the side of my bed, and she looked at that, and the first thing she said was, what have you been eating? And I said, what do you mean, what have you been eating? Why do you have to take all this medicine? What's wrong with your diabetes? So she immediately assumed I had to take this medicine for my diabetes. I told her, no, I'm not taking this medicine for my diabetes. Well, what are you taking it for? I'm like, because I need to. Well, why? And I wouldn't say anything because my grandkids were sitting in here and I didn't want them to know. I said, because I have to take this. And she said, is this for what we talked about? I said, well, I guess. Yeah, I think if we're thinking the same thing, why do you want to go through that? And I said, because I want to. I mean, I don't owe any explanation to you. And she's like, I understand that, but I don't understand. Why would you want to add more when we're already having problems. I said, we? Who is we? She's like, me and Dewana. She's talking about my other daughter. I said, whatever issues y'all are having at home, that are y'all problems. That's not my problem. I said, I'm not having no problems over here. She said, yeah, but, what about your grandkids? I said, what about my grandkids? I said, just because I made this decision does not mean that I'm not going to be mom, does not mean I'm not going to be grandma. I'm still going to be who I am. Why can't you just be happy for me? Because I don't understand why. You have not gave me an explanation why. I said, because I don't need to give you an explanation. I mean, she really got upset to a point for her face had turned red. Her eyes had started getting teary. She really started taking this personal, and I just didn't know where the heck this came from because when I came to her the first time about it, it was just me and her. Wasn't nobody around, wasn't no kids around. If she had any concerns, she could have asked me then, but she waited till we wasn't even really able to talk. We was really talking in codes so the kids can understand what we was talking about, and she was very angry, and it started to make me upset. Now, remind you, I'm trying to have a stress-free week, which I did have one up until yesterday. And this was the reason why I am up in the middle of the night, because I could not get that conversation off of my mind. And I was just really applaud, like, really, are we really having this conversation now? Are you really getting that angry? And I didn't understand if she was thinking I was trying to replace her, or she was thinking that if I have another child, I won't be available for my grandkids no more. I just didn't know what to think, because I do know that when my youngest daughter had announced that she was pregnant, she wasn't even as happy for her as she should have. The first thing came out her mouth was, oh, she just want another baby so that her baby could be the youngest of the family. I'm like, want a baby because of her baby? I said, she ain't got no kids. She's 27 years old. She ain't supposed to be waiting forever to have no child. Why can't you just be happy for her? It's like everything has to be revolved around her and her children. She is the oldest child. Her children are the oldest grandkids. It's like she doesn't want to see any more after then. So that just really made me upset. And I really have a hard time getting this off of my head, which is why I am up in the middle of the night talking to you guys. I know you guys can't do anything about my family situations, but I would really truthfully love for you guys to pray for me. If y'all get this message before you go to your service in the morning, when you go to church in the morning, pray for me. Put Sandra Wiley and family down on the prayer list, because I'm gonna do this regardless if I get her blessings or not. I'm glad I got my other three blessings, but I really wanted to have all of my children blessed. I don't really care about what my coworkers think, what my family think, what my friends think. I don't care what nobody think. This is my decision, my body. Nobody have ever took care of me to this point, and nobody will take care of me. And I'm established enough to take care of another child. So whether she, come around or not, I'm still gonna go through this. But I want her to come around because I want her to be accepted. Ups, let me slow down. I want her to be acceptable of my decision as my other children are. Because regardless of what number child this is, it's not going to change the four blessings God already gave me. And I'm not even for certain that I am even going to have another child. But if I do have another child, it's going to be by the grace of God, and it's not going to change who I am. I'm still going to be your mom. I'm still going to be my grandkids' grandma. So why can't you just be happy for me? So yes, I'm hoping that I can go back to sleep, because now more than any time I need my rest, and I need to remain stress free. So I just wanted you guys to know what I was going through. I am still going to come to you guys on Tuesday after I have my first ultrasound to give you guys a STEM update. But for now, just keep me in your prayer, okay? Because I really can use it. And sorry about how I look, because I know I look a mess. I mean, it's like 3 some in the morning right now. But I'm glad that somebody is awake or can hear me and can pray for me and help me through this, because I want to go through another second week of stress free. So I want to get this. I want to make sure that I be successful on this first IVF try. All right. Good night, ladies. Bye.